Hi everyone, welcome to week 8 of our Comp 2 class. We've got a bit of a busy week here, a lot of things to go over, so let's jump right in. By this week, you should have a rough draft of Writing Project 2 completed. You will be sharing your work with your peers, and together you will be examining the work for MLA style, such as whether in-text citations and the works cited entries are correctly formatted. Citations are a big part of Writing Project 2, so it's very important that you accurately cite your work. You will also be completing a brief annotated bibliography in which you will discuss what information those sources provided on your topic and how they might be used as a part of your own work. The annotated bibliography should include some brief notes offering your opinions on the text and describing the text's contents. You may also discuss questions that you have about the text or concerns you have regarding the information provided by the source. These notes are really for your own use. In the end, I would like you to make note of what you think will be useful to you as you complete Writing Project 2. Our first task this week is some readings from the Norton Field Guide. You should definitely read Chapter 15, Annotated Bibliographies. Whether you have done an annotated bibliography before or not, I think looking at this chapter and understanding what an annotated bibliography is will be really important for being successful this week. You should also take a look at Chapter 54, MLA Style. You don't need to read Chapter 54, just be aware of it, maybe skim through it and take note of some of the resources contained therein. We also have a supplemental reading. This is more optional, but you could find it useful to take a look at Getting Response and Revising, which is Chapter 32. Task 2 is creating an annotated bibliography. Now that you hopefully have found your sources for this project, it is time to begin judging those sources to determine what information from them may be useful to you for your project. For Writing Project 2, as a reminder, you're required to use 2 sources found via the CSCC Library Research databases. That is officially what the instructions are. However, if you are struggling to find useful sources in the databases, I'm fine with you locating your sources wherever you can, as long as they are credible and are reliable. Following examples found in Chapter 15 about annotated bibliographies, I'd like you to complete an evaluative annotated bibliography for the sources you are considering using. Pay close attention to the example given on pages 192 through 193. This exercise will hopefully help you learn how researchers evaluate and keep track of all the information they find. This may not seem that useful when you're only dealing with a couple of sources for this project, but you'll have a dozen or more sources to evaluate for Writing Project 3, and maintaining an ongoing annotated bibliography will help you stay organized and find the information you need when you actually sit down to write the research essay. As a note, a number of students each term get confused and submit their annotated bibliography along with their Writing Project 2 drafts. So please keep in mind that the annotated bibliography is just a tool. It's a resource for you to use to help you stay organized and to keep track of your research. You do not and should not submit your annotated bibliography along with Writing Project 2. They are separate assignments. Task 3 is to just review the Writing Project 2 assignment sheet. Read that over again. Make sure that you've accomplished all aspects of the project. There are a lot of moving parts to Writing Project 2. It can be easy to overlook one of the components. So read through that again. Make sure that you are on top of each aspect of the assignment. If you aren't, if there's any confusion, you want me to clarify anything, just let me know. For task 4, you should format your essay according to MLA. The 2 genre pieces that you're creating can be formatted however you wish. Those will largely depend on the genre that you have selected. So if you're making a poster, it should look like a poster. If you're writing a news story, it should look like a news story, and so on. For task 4, review the MLA style guidelines and format for your analytical essay section. And review the following MLA page and MLA tutorial video. If you're not using the latest version of Word, you can find tutorial videos for your specific program by Googling them or searching them on YouTube. After you have reviewed those resources on MLA, take some time to format the first page of your analytical essay exactly following the MLA guidelines. Task 5, you should review the Columbus State Library's MLA Citations Guide. So by clicking this link, this will take you to a website, and you can click on, the website will provide you instructions on how to properly cite your sources for the works cited page, as well as how to do in-text/parenthetical citations, and how just to format your essay overall. So if you aren't super up on MLA, if you haven't really done MLA very strictly before, make sure to consult this resource. Task 6, you'll be drafting your essay. Your rough draft should be approximately 1,250 words and should include the analytical essay portion, 2 genre pieces, and 2 reader notes. The reader notes, remember, are explaining the choices that you made in your genre pieces. The genre pieces are not always self-explanatory, so those reader notes help provide me with some context to understand why you chose the pieces that you did. Your multi-genre essay should be constructed in a single document, and each piece should be titled started at the beginning of a clean page. You must have in-text citations in the analytical essay portion, along with a works cited page at the end of the document. Any sources that you use in your genre pieces can be informally cited, so they don't necessarily need to be cited according to MLA. If you have any questions for me about how to cite things informally, feel free to shoot me an email. That is about it for task 6. Here, you're going to submit all the writing that you completed for tasks 2 and 4. Submit that all on one document. I believe Blackboard defaults to where you can only submit, you can only make a single submission. So make sure both tasks 2 and 4 are on the same document. If I need to go in and change those settings, I can, but I'd prefer it all be on the same file. And then I believe lastly, we have the discussion board posts for this week, which is going to be a peer review. It is important to ensure your work and the work of your peers exactly matches MLA style guidelines. If your work is not formatted correctly, you will lose points in your final draft. For your first post, which is due by 11:59 on Thursday, I'd like you to post your rough draft and include some brief notes about what struggles you are having with MLA. And you're welcome to include notes about anything else that you are having trouble with as well. But this peer review is largely focusing on formatting and in-text citations and the works cited page. Your reply posts are due by 11:59 on Saturday. Once you have posted your draft and your notes, you need to read and comment on at least 2 other posts by your peers. You should offer suggestions about general MLA style, such as page numbers, heading, and line spacing, their in-text citations, such as lead-ins or signal phrases before quotations, parenthetical citations, or potential missing citations. And then works cited page, their works cited page as well, the general formatting, the correctness of the works cited entries, all that jazz. That is it for this week. If you have any questions or you want any help with anything, just let me know, and I will do my best to assist you.